Welcome to the Drag Me to the Movies Extras. I'm Ned.
And I'm Joe.
In this episode, we're going to talk about those movies that you might want to watch over and over again, maybe on repeat, even. So, this is really for all those people who worked at the video stores or somewhere that you were required to watch a movie over and over. These are hopefully ones that you would not get sick of. So, before we get into Joe has 5, I have 5. I wanted to offer us to guess one of each other's 5 to see if we can predict that. So, Joe, if you don't mind, I will go first.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume a movie that's on your list is The Big Lebowski.
Do you want me to tell you if you're correct, or do you want to wait until
Let's wait
we go
till
through
the
them?
end. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then for my guess for you, a movie that I believe is in your top 5 rewatches is Jaws.
Okay. All right. Very cool. All right. So, sir, you want to kick us off with your first movie on repeat?
Yeah. So just for clarity's sake, or transparency's sake, I should say, I didn't put a movie in that would probably be my top movie for repeat. And I
Okay.
did it because I felt like it'd be like, well, yeah, no duh. So,
Mm-hmm.
so like Anchorman, I did not include Anchorman in my top 5 rewatches.
Okay.
So
Fair.
that would have been, but I figured give some variety. So okay, so well, I in no particular order. I'm gonna throw out 300.
Mm.
So 300 is one of my favorite movies to watch.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just a blast. The action that takes place and the epic scenes that take place and the epic quotes of, we'll fight in the shade, this is Sparta and kicking him down a tunnel and, so on and so forth. It's a great film. It's, very well done, I think, this is taken from a graphic novel, type
Mm-hmm. It's
movie.
also visually striking from Zack Snyder.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's almost in like a sepia uh like color scheme, I guess. Would you agree with that assessment? It's not
Yeah, with
it's
that,
not vibrant colored.
no, it's definitely kind of monotone.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I would
Yep.
put it at.
There's a lot of good actors in it. I mean, Gerard Butler. I don't have my IMDb up, but I know I've seen them in other ones. They have
Mm-hmm.
Cersei from Game of Thrones. I can't think what her name is.
Lena
Um,
Headey,
is that it?
I'm pretty
I will
sure.
agree with you. I'm pulling it up now. And David Wenham. I've seen him in quite a few things. Yeah, so there's a lot going for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a
if
good
you've not
pick.
seen 300, oh, Michael Fassbender, I can't believe I didn't think of
Mm-hmm.
saying him. But yeah, there's a lot going for that film, and if I ever just need kind of like mindless action to kind of like amp me up, that's what I go to.
Okay. So that was like, I don't know if you had them in a particular order.
No, I said at the beginning I don't. I just
You don't.
I just
Okay.
have them
Yeah, I missed that.
listed,
Sorry.
so it's all good. You never listen to me. I get it.
Yeah, sometimes.
Eh, you weren't supposed to agree.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
My
okay.
bad.
It's okay. All right,
All
Ed.
right.
Well, what about you? What's on your
Uh,
list?
so this one, I'm gonna kind of go. I did put them in order, but I'm gonna start from the tail end, work my way up. This one is a movie called Little Nicky.
Hmm.
I know it's not highly reviewed, but for me, I love that Sandler movie. It's not like on par with Happy Gilmore, pun intended, or some of his other pieces, but the combination of the entourage actors that they got in there, the music, um, everything just comes together so nicely that even just from a soundtrack point of view, having that playing in the background is something I can just have on repeat and enjoy it. I find it
Yeah,
funny.
that's fair.
The music's great. Just yeah,
Yeah, it's a fun film. I agree.
yeah. I don't
I
understand all
probably
the
should
hate
watch
it
it
gets.
more
I
than I
mean,
do.
I know it's not great, but still gets too much hate, I think.
Yeah, I don't. Can you elaborate on what kind of hate, or just in general, it's not looked
I feel
upon?
like most people just see it as an extremely dumb comedy that they don't get. They don't like the voice. They don't like the dog animation and all the other things that are sprinkled throughout it. But yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's supposed to be like that,
yeah,
you know?
it's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right. Well, that's fair. Okay. All
what's your
right. So
next one?
then, all right. So next for me, is part of a little trilogy you perhaps heard of called Lord of the Rings.
Mm.
And that is The Two Towers. Is my favorite of the trilogy. And I just love it to death. So I feel like The Two Towers um does a better job at having action in it. And where I'm going with this is the Helm's Deep side of it.
Yes.
I feel like that's a very good fight that takes place. There's a lot of high stakes action that takes place in this. There's uh, on top of that, there's the stuff going on with Isengard at the time. So there's a lot of action. Whereas the first one, I feel like was just more story building and character
Hmm.
building, and a lot of walking.
Yes.
This one definitely takes a different approach. You're just coming off of the death of Boromir and the chase scene between Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli trying to find the two hobbits, and it's just overall, I think, a good story.
Yeah, I would
What?
agree.
Yeah. I know before we've talked, you may believe that Return of the King is better. Is that? Do I remember that
Um,
correctly?
I mean, them all together are amazing. But if I did have to choose, uh, I think Return of the King would probably be my preferred one.
Okay.
But uh,
Yeah. I
like
mean, that's
honestly,
that's fair. It's
I
good.
kind of rank them in reverse order. Like I like Return of the King, then the Two Towers, and then Fellowship of the Ring. Like I like Fellowship of the Ring, but it is a movie that has a lot of slower paced lulls and things in there for me,
Right.
where I feel the Return of the King has a pretty epic battle at the end and just a lot of strong character development there for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. What's your next one?
All right. So my next one is Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Again, um,
Nice.
just some pretty epic music in there. Um,
Mhm.
a very solid story, and a lot of great acting. And yeah, it's an adventure movie, and I love what they did with it. So seeing that on repeat is definitely one that I wouldn't mind doing, which is actually something I'm thinking about literally doing. Putting up a screen somewhere in my room and just have a movie playing 24/7 that I can just glance over and be like, ah,
Heh, interesting.
I'm
So you're
thinking
thinking
about
of
it.
putting like a projection screen up and
Potentially, yeah. I don't know if I would have
interesting.
it unmuted a lot, but yeah,
I
depends
dig
on the
it.
day.
I dig it.
Just something
Awesome.
to
I
constantly remind me that life is still worth it. No.
Life is not pain. I like it. I like it. Let me know
Thanks.
how I can back this venture.
Yeah, no problem. I'll keep you posted. Uh, what's your next one, sir?
All right. So we're on with trilogies. I have another trilogy,
Okay.
and it's also a middle child. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Mm,
I
okay.
I enjoy this one as well. Not to say that it's not without its lulls.
Mm-hmm.
There are parts that are a little bit, of a lull, but I do really love it for the opening act of the Battle of Hoth.
Right.
It's just a great action scene. The ships and the walkers going at it is iconic. The snow speeders using their grappling hooks or their tow hooks to wrap up the legs of the ATSTs is super cool. I don't know that we've ever seen anything like that in
Mm-hmm.
a film prior. The idea of the rebellion kind of keeping the empire at bay during this battle, and eventually, at one point thinking you lost Luke, and getting him back. There's the highs and the lows there. You get the introduction of Yoda, which I would say is probably one of the lulls, but it's also kind of one of the most iconic parts of the trilogy as well. Luke training and facing his fears in that a cave and trying to lift the X-wing out of the swamp. And then of course the iconic Luke, I am your father, and him yelling no and losing his hand and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
it's a good one. It's a good one. I enjoy again the good action in Hoth, and that's kind of what brings me back.
Okay, good choice. It
Thanks.
is probably definitely within my top 3 Star Wars movies. So
Hmm.
yeah, okay,
Cool.
cool. All right, so my next one is something where I actually just listened to an audiobook about it. And that book was titled As You Wish. So we're gonna go with the movie The Princess Bride.
Mm, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's got a balance of everything: adventure and romance, and solid music, solid comedy, solid representation of sword fighting. It's just got a great balance of everything worked into it, and I think it's pretty impressive to see how that's stand the test of time. So it's one that I do watch pretty much yearly, I would say.
Yeah, it's a good one. It is a good one. I will say Princess Bride is not I don't hold it as dearly as a lot of people do, but I do enjoy it.
Hmm.
I know for a lot of people, Princess Bride is kind of like their creme de la creme of movies. But I'm not quite there, but I appreciate those that do like it because there is a good story there.
Yeah. And if you get time, that As You Wish book,
Mm.
you know, they got Carrie Ellis to actually write the book, and then he did the audio narration for it, and they pulled in stuff from, different actors, and just talked about all the behind the scenes and the struggles of people, and yeah, it's very good.
Nice.
All right. What's
That's a
your
good
next
choice,
one,
Ned.
sir? Thank you.
Good choice. All right, so my next one is a film called Enemy at the Gates.
Mm,
So I'm a big World War II fan. Not a fan of, of World War II happening, but
right.
of learning the history and understanding what all went into it. And the idea of I mean a lot of war films when you watch them are typically either from the strategy or from the combat side, and it's typically on the grandiose scale.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about Enemy at the Gates is it kinda brings it in a little bit more intimately, and that it's giving you the story from the eyes of some small factions of Russian troops that are remaining after uh, Germany has invaded,
Mm-hmm.
and more specifically through a group of snipers. And so you get to see how Russia slowly starts to take back their country from Germany through their snipers. And then you're later introduced to a German sniper who is also very talented and skilled, and you get to see the drama between the two competing snipers and who's going to come out on top. You and I talked before about the tropes of people who are skillful losing their abilities,
Mm-hmm.
right, against the main character. That does not happen in this film,
Right.
which is pretty cool. It is literally just in who outsmarts who, and at some point you don't know who's going to come out on top, and it's just really well done. And this was probably one of the first times. Well, that's not true because Star Wars would introduce me, but this was maybe the second time I was introduced to Jude Law in a film, and
Mm,
he
okay.
did a fantastic job. There's a lot of heavy hitters here as well. You got Ed Harris, Bob Hoskins. You have Ron Perlman, Rachel Wise. So there's again a pretty good cast, and yeah, just overall, I like how it shows its interpretation of World War II and how it went down.
Okay. Yeah. I know it's a good movie. I kind of see the appeal. I do question after the third or fourth watch, would I be able to keep going?
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, not bad pick. All right. My second to last is one that I don't know. I don't even recall if you've seen it, but it's a movie that's a little bit romantic. It's a comedy. It's definitely got some drama worked in there, and it also is a notable movie for music and top 5 list. So that movie is High Fidelity with John Cusack and Jack Black and few other people. Have you seen that one? I can't recall.
I have not. I have
Okay.
not seen that one. So
So
add to the list.
yeah, we'll add it to the list and I'll just play it on repeat. Um, it's just a very good representation of like, life, romance, and how things can play out. So the dude is kind of going through kind of, I guess, a breakup, and instead of just drinking his feelings away or anything, which that might be there, but he kind of does like a top 5 list of worst breakups compared to the one he's currently in. And he just goes back and highlights, some of the, younger child relationships he's had and how those ended and into high school, college, later on in life. And yeah, it's just really cool. He owns a music shop, so they are constantly talking about music and ranking and creating top 5 lists of things. And yeah, it's definitely a fun one for me.
Yeah, it sounds like a good film. We'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I'll make sure it gets added. All right. What's your
Excellent.
final
All
film
right.
you have?
My final one is the big. No, I'm just kidding. It's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Big Lebowski was close. It
Okay.
was on my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
Robin Hood Men in Tights wins that one out in the
Okay.
comedy section. So yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of the stuff that you want in a film. At least for me, it's Mel Brooks, it's Robin Hood, it's Cary Elwes,
Yep.
it's Richard Lewis, it's Dave Chappelle, Isaac Hayes. I mean, there's Patrick Stewart, even Dom DeLuise,
Yep.
Nick Van Patten. It's all the Mel Brooks folks that you're used to, and in some case some new ones. And man, it's just so quotable, so over the top, breaks the fourth wall. There's jokes, that may not fly today.
Mm-hmm.
They're that are racially charged, but as in a lot of Mel Brooks, the racially charged jokes are usually in good humor and not meant to be, in poor taste. It's just a great film. I mean, I'm a big fan of Robin Hood in general, like the story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just a good adaptation of it, and it's, yeah, one of my favorite. I always laugh. I could watch this 20 times in a row and I'd still laugh.
Nice. Yeah, it's a very good one. I would kind of put that in the same ballpark as The Princess Bride, but just definitely embracing the comedy side a bit more.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Nice.
I would agree. Yeah,
Very solid list, sir.
thank you.
All
All right.
right.
Now, did I get Jaws or am I off?
Well,
Oh
hold
man.
on. Hold your horses. Let me kind of paint the picture. So like you, not choosing Anchorman, I did elect to not choose The Dark Knight. Even though that is my number 1 film.
Yeah.
I also was actually trying to think of movies that, legitimately loop. Like we talked about Taxi Driver and how the way they ended that is kind of how it opened. So it can kind of just actually literally play on repeat.
Okay.
Which then, of course, triggers, Groundhog Day and subsequent movies that actually have time loops in them. But I ended up going with my staple of Jaws. So yes, you did
I got it.
correctly guess my number
All
1
right.
movie I would play on repeat. I mean, I watch this movie at least once a year, if not more frequently, usually in July, and then I get the itch to watch it every so often. And if I catch it anywhere, like just started, like I don't know if kids have this anymore, but there's the times where you're just going through something and you're coming into a movie part of the way through, you watch it the rest of the way through. Like, we did with channel surfing, which I don't know if that still
Mhm.
exists today, but
Yeah, not that I'm
Yeah.
aware of.
so yeah, I definitely went with Jaws. It's definitely one of my favorites, and I could watch that over and over again just to see and study how things were shot, what Spielberg pulled into it, what the actors brought into it, just having to work around the mechanical shark that was failing. Like, there's just so much good stuff in that film, and yeah, I love it. The music, the action, just solid movie all around.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, you got it. You guessed correctly.
Excellent.
Is there any other movies that you had that you want to call out?
Yeah, so Rogue One, Like
That's a
watching that
good one.
one quite a
Yeah.
bit. I have The Naked Gun. I'm a big fan of that one, the original.
Hmm.
Although the new one's good too, but
I need to watch that new
um,
one.
yeah. Austin Powers, the original, The Spy That
Mm,
Shagged Me.
yep,
I
yep.
watched that quite a bit. Or no, I'm sorry, Spy That Shagged Me is not the first one. It's the second one, right?
Yes, International Man of
International Man of
Mystery is
Mystery is
the
the
first
first
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spy That Shagged Me is the one I like to watch. Yeah.
Okay. The one with
Um,
Fat
so I
Bastard
watched that
Head.
one quite a bit. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those would be probably, and then I honestly, I'm a big fan of Mel Brooks. So, uh, Young Frankenstein, I
Hmm.
watched quite a bit. Blazing Saddles. So yeah, so a lot of those are on repeat as well for me.
Nice.
How about you? What else
Um,
is on your list?
like, if I really had to choose something to put on repeat, Lord of the Rings, like the extended editions, all of them on repeat would be pretty cool. But obviously Halloween.
5 times in a row?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's 3 days of nonstop watching, sir.
I mean, it's stuff that's on repeat. It's in the background. Like I could drop
I
into
know.
that at any time. Like, yeah. Halloween is one I watch every year and probably
Oh,
make the list. The Mummy. And then one that like I was really heavily considering was Sinners. Because that movie like still has a grasp on me from last year.
yeah, that's fair. That is a really good one.
But yeah, I feel that these are the movies that are on repeat.
Very good. Those are good movies to have on repeat.
Indeed. All right. Well, I think that is going to wrap this extras episode. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Threads at To The Movies Pod. And we're also on YouTube at The Movies Pod. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for dragging me to all of the films that I watch on repeat.
Yeah, you better be doing it too.
Oh,
Bye.
I am. Bye.